Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Such a tragedy on Detroit's west side. A 4-year-old boy dies in a dog attack. Detroit police said the child was in his backyard when he was attacked by a neighborhood dog. It tops our news at 11. I'm Devin Skillia.
I'm Kimberly Gill. The attack happened this afternoon on Pearson Street. That's near Joy Road and Evergreen. Jacqueline Francis joins us live, and the child's family understandably heartbroken. Jacqueline.
Kimberly and Devin, there are still a lot of questions when it comes to the dog and who, if anyone, is responsible for letting it get out. Meanwhile, we are hearing from the family as they're shocked and heartbroken.
It's going to be for an animal bite. You must probably said dog attacked her nephew.
On Detroit's west side,
They're saying they're not sure where the dogs are, how many they are.
a neighborhood distraught. A family circled in prayer after losing a 4-year-old boy in a dog attack.
It's full of life.
Just such a gentleman, so helpful.
Sweet, gentle soul.
Just sweet. Just so sweet.
Here's a picture of Lavelle Anderson with his parents on his 2nd birthday. The now 4-year-old was playing in his grandma's backyard on Pearson Street when family says a neighbor's dog got through the fence and mauled the boy to death. Police were seen searching the 2 homes behind the house where it happened.
The event was so horrific that people across the street could hear, and they were the one that contacted authorities right away.
The family's attorney says they're still waiting to learn more information from police.
All too common of occurrence when people aren't watching these dangerous animals, and this tragic event could be avoided.
Police say a couple dogs were taken into custody. Here's one of the dogs being held on scene by animal control. One neighbor who didn't want to show her face on camera told her children to go inside after learning of the attack.
The fact that a kid really did just get killed, that's crazy. And we see that dog almost every day.
Anytime that we have an event like this reminds everybody, if you do have a dog, to secure your dog, to make sure your dog can't get out.
We expect to learn more from police in the coming days. And in the meantime, the family's attorney says they're seeking justice and closure. Reporting live from Detroit Animal Control, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
Okay, Jacqueline, thank you. New at 11, a decade-long dispute between the city of Highland Park and the Great Lakes Water Authority over unpaid water bills. Highland Park City Council took action to approve a tentative deal for a resolution with the help from Governor Gretchen Whitmer. The next step now is to present the agreement to GLEWA's Board of Directors during next week's meeting. If approved by all parties involved, the ongoing lawsuits will be dismissed, including the $24 million judgment. The announcement comes as the city owes GLEWA $24 million in unpaid water bills. Back in June, Highland Park paid GLEWA $1 million of its water bill.
How to tackle Detroit's achievement gap. Detroit superintendent and school board have plans, not all of them connected to a classroom. Mara McDonald live downtown tonight. Mara, you've been talking with Dr. Vitti about solutions as he talked about them at the State of the Schools address.
That's right, Devin. And number one thing that they're tackling is attendance. You know, kids who aren't in class, they're not learning. The district has some out-of-the-box ideas. Let me show you.
There is progress being made when it comes to getting kids in the classroom. On an average day in Detroit, 81% of its students are in the classroom. That's a 5% bump.
What we all know is the greatest obstacle in improving attendance is the concentrated poverty that we see in the city.
And not just poverty, but crime, unstable family life, and declining population and tax base. It all adds up. DPSCD has established what it's calling health hubs in an attempt to combat all of this. Those hubs, they'll offer everything from help with evictions to dental care.
So these statistics are not excuses. These statistics are reality. This is what our children are facing on a day-to-day basis when they come to our schools.
The other set of statistics is achievement, and the good news here is the latest M-STEP numbers in Detroit show some improvement across the board. But the number of children proficient, say in English language arts, from 3rd to 7th grade levels, it's just 13%, and that's better than it was.
So it's our responsibility to take children where they're at and make sure that when they graduate, they're better than when we first received them. And I can say over the last 6 years, even with the pandemic, we've shown improvement.
Back here live, Dr. Vitti has also been up to Lansing looking not for more funding, but a way to better utilize what the district gets. You know, money that comes from the state and the feds, it has conditions on it. Vidi's trying to figure out if Lansing would consider loosening up some of those restrictions so he could move money around more easily. We're live downtown tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Yeah, fascinating. All right, Mara. President Biden is going to address the nation tomorrow night after his return from a visit to Israel.
His visit comes as the White House announced $100 million in new U.S. funding for humanitarian aid to both the Gaza Strip and the West Bank. Key Arab leaders canceled meetings with Biden after an explosion at a hospital in Gaza killed hundreds of Palestinians. President Biden addressed the deadly blast as well as the suffering on both sides of the conflict.
Palestinian people are suffering greatly as well. We mourn the loss of innocent Palestinian lives like the entire world. I was outraged and saddened by the enormous loss of life yesterday in the hospital in Gaza. Based on the information we've seen to date, it appears the result of an errant rocket fired by a terrorist group in Gaza.
President Biden plans to ask Congress for a support package for Israel's defense. That's expected to be combined with aid for Ukraine and the U.S. southern border.
A new partnership in the works between Henry Ford Health and Ascension, Michigan. A big partnership, a joint venture that would combine Ascension's Southeast Michigan and Genesis healthcare facilities with those of Henry Ford. The venture would operate under the name Henry Ford Health, but we're told this is not a merger nor an acquisition because no monetary transaction is taking place. Ascension's hospitals in the southwestern and northern parts of the state are not part of this deal, by the way. Two sides hope to close the transaction in the summer of 2024.
As the UAW strike hits day 34, Ford says 150 more workers at its Sterling Axle plant have been laid off. So that brings the total layoffs at Sterling Axle to 418. Meanwhile, the strike is affecting Wall Street. Each year, automakers bring Wall Street analysts to their headquarters. General Motors plans to show them its new technology next month during its annual Investor Day. But an email sent to analysts last week, GM says it won't happen now because of this strike. Instead, it'll focus on labor negotiations and plans to hold Investor Day next March. As of tonight, 34,000 UAW members are on the picket lines.
Meantime, 3,700 Detroit casino workers remain on the picket lines. Hollywood Casino at Greektown, MGM Grand, and Motor City Casinos all being targeted. Union workers calling for higher wages, a reduced workload, and protection of their health care benefits. All three of the casinos plan to stay open, they tell us, during the strike.
A security scare at the summer home of Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Late this afternoon, Whitmer's office confirmed someone tried to breach her home back in August. She credits her security detail for handling the situation. It's unclear if the governor or anyone was at the residence when a man got onto the property. We know he was detained, not arrested. No other details are available at this time.
Third time may be a charm for Republican nominee House Speaker Jim Jordan, but there are many doubts. The Ohio representative failed to win the Speaker's gavel in vote number 2. He was nominated last week after House Majority Leader Steve Scalise of Louisiana withdrew from the race. So he'll need the support of 217 of 221 Republicans to be elected Speaker. He only received 200 votes on vote number 2. A gorgeous day today, and so that's that.
That's right, because this was the pick day of the week, according to Kim, right?
It really was the best day of the week. But tomorrow we do expect rain to return, and temperatures will get back into the upper 50s before a much cooler weekend. Right now it's mild, 57 downtown, 55 at Metro, 53 in Ann Arbor, low 50s in Pontiac, and also over in Mount Clemens. It's warmer tonight by quite a bit than it was last night. 13 degrees warmer right now in Ann Arbor than it was at the same time yesterday. 14 degrees warmer in Monroe, 5 degrees warmer at City Airport. Tomorrow, we do make it back into the upper 50s, just a touch below normal for this time of year. We start the day dry and pretty mild with morning lows in the low 50s. But then as we go through time in the afternoon, between about 2 and 4 o'clock, rain arrives, could be heavy at times and continue through the evening hours. Then we're going to have a few more scattered showers ahead for the weekend and cooler temperatures, 54 Saturday, 51 on Sunday. But take a look at what happens next week. There's some hope. We get back into the upper 60s, close to 70 by the middle of next week. So we'll focus on that coming up in the forecast.